Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are online shopping. I know a lot of people may stay far away from their local fabric stores. I know mine is an hour away and sometimes I do not feel like driving all the time. So that leaves me with online shopping. Now the obvious difference between online shopping and in-store shopping is that you cannot feel the fabric. So if you are a beginner, I do suggest that at some point you drive to your store so that you can feel different fabrics. You can know the textures. You can also always order swatches of fabric. So until you know exactly what fabrics are, how they feel, I suggest that you go off the suggested fabrics that are on the back of your pattern. All patterns have suggested fabrics for you to use. So go ahead and just use those until you know the different drapes and different types and fibers and stuff of fabric to a lot. Now I decided I want to go ahead and make this pattern a simplicity pattern 8094. It's a really cute top. It also has the bottoms on this pattern as well. So we're going to be shopping for fabric for this pattern. So let's get started. Okay, so first I just want to remind you of the view that we're going to be doing, view F on the simplicity pattern 8094. So first thing we need to do is find out what fabrics do I need to be searching for. So you would turn on your back and you will look under your suggested fabrics, and we're going to find view F, and view F tells us to look for challis, chambray, cotton lawn, crepe de chine, double georgette, gauze, linen types, silky types, jersey, and spandex blends. So now we're going to go on to one of my favorite sites that I love to order from, which is Fabrice.com. And as you can see, they have their little menu tabs at the top. And since we are making clothing, we're going to go with the apparel fabric. And once you click on that, you will see on the left-hand side, they have the categories. And I'm just going to click on challis fabrics because that's the first one that they had in their fabric suggestion for that top. Always keep your fabric, your pattern close by too, so you can kind of see, kind of get a visual of what it will look like. So you just scroll down. I'm just scrolling until I see some fabric that catches my eye. Now this fabric right here, oh my goodness, I love it. And I'm actually going to buy this because that's how much I love it. And so once you click on it, it gives you more details about the fabric. Up top, you have the title, which is Rayon Challis Large Flower Teal Stone. Tells you how much it is, which is $6.98 per yard. So for every yard that you buy, it's $6.98. And what I like about Fabrice.com is they give you the option to order half a yard. Sometimes you only need a yard and a quarter. You don't need the full 2 yards. And they give you the option of doing a yard and a half or 2.5 yards or whatever you need. That's your add to cart button. And when you scroll down a little bit more, it gives you the item number. It also tells you how wide the fabric is, which is important, and I'll get to that in a minute. It lets you know where the origin of the fabric was, the contents of it, the fabric weight. It also gives you a description on what you can make with it and your machine washing instructions. At the bottom, it also tells you other fabrics that are in that collection. And so once you say, okay, I'm cool with this, I love this fabric, I want it, how much do I need? Grab your pattern, flip it on the back again, and let's go over some measurements. Now, for me, my bust is a 40. When you're cutting tops, you usually go off of your bust measurements. And so for my 40, it's telling me I need to cut an 18, which I'm cool with, but I just want to be sure I'm going to cut right. So I'm going to go down to my finished garment measurements. Always check here, because this tells you what the finished measurements of your garment will be. Now for view F, the bust is telling me that a size 18 is going to be a 46. Now my regular bust is a 40. I don't want those extra 6 inches. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go down and see exactly which ones I'm comfortable with. And I think I'm going to settle on the 44. And that way I can cut and I can baste my side seams together to see if that's really what I want or not. I'll have the option to go down just 2 inches instead of going down 4. And so we are going to go ahead and go with the size 16. And so then what you want to do then is find your view. Again, we're going to cut the F tunic. So you want to go all the way down to the F. And now we need to know exactly how much as far as the width do we cut. Now the fabric is for 56 inches. Remember I told you that the width was very important. We'll get back to it, and this is where we need it at. So the width of the fabric is 56. Now sometimes it'll be 45, 44, and you need to make sure that you buy fabric for that. So again, it is 56, and we're going to go with the 60 inches, 60 inches wide, and we're going to go over to 16, the size 16, and we need a yard and 1/4. Awesome. So now I'm just going to go ahead and buy a yard and a half, because 1/4 is smaller than a half, so all I need is a yard and a half. I don't have to buy a whole nother yard. Once you're satisfied, go ahead and add that to your cart. Next, we need to move on to notions. Notions on your pattern, the back of your pattern, is where it tells you to buy thread, buttons, zippers, everything else you need to finish your garment besides the fabric. So we need thread. We also need 1 package of 1/2 inch wide single fold bias tape. So what you want to do is go ahead and type in single fold bias tape at the top. And once you do, it will take you to the single fold bias tape page. And so now we're just going to scroll down to see what colors will kind of coordinate with the fabric that we chose. Now this right here is a navy blue. A blue in it is a 1/2 inch. It's exactly what we need, 1/2 inch wide. Now you may scroll down and you say, oh, this is a blue also. Let me go with this one. Except this one is 7/8 inch of a wide, and you don't want that. You need a 1/2 inch wide. So make sure you pay attention to small details like that. And so we're just going to go ahead and scroll back up, and we're going to go ahead and add this into our cart because it's exactly what we need. Now let's just say that we are out of thread and we need some navy thread. Now we're going to search for thread. What you want is 100% all-purpose thread. Now there are many great brands out there. I like to sew with Coats and Clarks. Dual Duty is also good. So whatever you choose, make sure it's 100% polyester. You may look at this and go, oh my goodness, $398 is a lot. And so you may want to go for a cheaper route and get that $198 that I just showed you. Don't do that because that's heavy duty. You don't need heavy duty thread. You just need some 100% polyester thread. So go ahead and pay if you are not available to go to a store to find something cheaper. So this is your order for your top. You have your thread, you have your single fold bias tape, and you have your fabric all in your cart, and you're ready to go. Go ahead and check out now if you're done. But I'm not done. I want to shop a little bit and scroll a little bit and drool a little bit. So I want to see what kind of chambray fabrics they have because I love chambray. It's perfect season for it, light and breezy, great fabric. So I'm just going to type chambray in up top. And it's going to take me to the chambray page, and I'm just going to start searching, scrolling, and that was fast. And it's on sale too. I love this small herringbone chambray fabric, so we're going to just go ahead and add that to the cart. No need to wait on it. And so you cannot leave Fabrice.com without checking out their knits, but first I do want to show you the left side of their screen. It has tons of categories. It makes shopping so much easy. So make sure that you go check them out if you're in the need of fabric. And so I'm just going to scroll a little bit. This fabric is, yeah, amazing. But do you see this? It's so awesome. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and end this because I'm going to do some major shopping. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out the last video of the huge pattern haul, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.